All right, guys, so today we're going to be breaking down this fake throw-by technique here from Antonio Brown. We're going to talk about mainly when you would want to use this and the technique on this move and why we decide to go with this move, right? Because he's running a simple out route here, right? So, but I think the main thing is that we got to have multiple ways to run a route, right? Because defense, they're studying us. Smart DB is going to be studying our tendencies. How does he like to run routes? We want to have many different things that we decide to go with. So now what he's going to be doing here is he's going to be taking this outside release. DB is going to be opening up his hip. And what we're trying to sell is we're just going to break it off, come right back underneath him and run this dig route. So it's very important that I make it look fast though, because what happens is, and you can work this a couple different ways. AB decides to go off like a stick and then 1, 2, 3, and he goes off this speed cut. You can work it like snapping down too. When you come off this third outside, you can snap down here and run this thing like you're running maybe just a quick 90-degree angle break, but he goes off of a speed cut, right? And this is the harder way to run this route, I think, because you really got to make sure your feet are quick and really make sure that we're precise. But when we cut this thing off, we want to sell like I'm ripping right back underneath him. Now, if this DB has hands, what we would work is that kind of throw-by technique. I would swat with my right arm to get his hips going forward and to force him to speed turn. And when he speed turns, he has to feel you in this blind spot. And if he can feel you in this blind spot here, that's what's going to force him to really snap that head around and really overcommit. But when I make that third step, you see how AB goes here. He breaks. So he breaks off the left, 1, 2, and then third step, it's very sudden, and he's running out. Now, here's the thing, too. A DB could easily recover off of this thing if he speed turns out of there again, or let's say he plays this thing correctly. So we got to make sure, even when I make these 3 steps to the inside, that I'm fast back out. I'm pumping my arms back out. I'm not losing any separation, even though I got him to speed turn and created a little bit of gap for myself. Make sure that we're running out, not losing any space. Make sure we know where we're at on the field, too. It's a great job for this throw-by technique. Just another way to run a fake out, or another way to set up an out route. You could do the same thing on a dig. Let's watch it again one more time. So coming off here, break, 1, 2, 3. Break this thing off, stay in that blind spot. Great route.